Hi, I'm Katie and welcome to Reddit Wednesday, the place to find answers to some of the most challenging and odd skincare questions asked on Reddit. And because skincare is my passion, I'm going to give you the ins and outs on choosing the best skincare for your skin type. So thank you for joining me and let's get started. Today's question: what's a great moisturizer for really oily skin? Normally when I'm asked that question, I ask the person asking me that question, is your skin truly oily or could it be caused by the products that you're using? Most of the time, we use products laced with tons of irritants and drying ingredients. Ingredients like SD alcohol, denatured alcohol, witch hazel, essential oils, fragrance, and menthol are all ingredients known to be irritating and drying to the skin. So what they do is they strip the skin of its natural moisture, causing the pores to produce more oil to compensate for the lost moisture. So I urge you to take your products, turn them over, look at their ingredient deck, and if you see any irritating ingredients in the product, toss the product. Don't use it. And like I said, the most common irritating ingredients are SD alcohol, denatured alcohol, fragrance, essential oils, menthol, lemon, limonene, and linalool. Those are the most common irritating ingredients that I've seen in lots of skincare products. So if you see any of those, stop using your product. But if you look at your products and you say, hey, there's nothing irritating in my products, my skin is truly oily, then you may not need a moisturizer. Because your skin is already producing enough oil, meaning enough natural moisture on the surface, adding a moisturizer to that could cause more problems. However, there are ways to control the oil by using things like mattifying paper. It's usually like vellum or rice paper. You soak up the oil, you put it on your face like so, and you soak up the oil, and normally that's what you see. All of the oil that came off of my face. I do have oily combination skin, so here you go. However, if you truly want a moisturizer, the key is finding moisturizers that are oil-free and that have mattifying ingredients. So look for an oil-free mattifying moisturizer or a primer, one without extra oils, heavy waxers, or emollients. A gel or gel cream moisturizer also works wonderful for oily skin. An extra light lotion, and a liquid toner. Now keep in mind, toners are not astringents. Toners should not contain alcohol, witch hazel, essential oils, fragrance, or anything prone to damage skin. Your toner should include antioxidants, soothing ingredients, and vitamins. All of these, when rubbed on the skin, help balance the skin and minimizing oil. So that's already a good thing. So toning is a step in skincare that's normally skipped. I urge you not to skip toning. It will definitely balance your skin. When it comes to moisturizers with mattifying ingredients, these are normally moisturizers with things that are prone to absorb that excess oil. Nowadays we're seeing a lot with charcoal, and that's because charcoal, if you look at it, has tiny holes and it's like a sponge and it absorbs excess oil, and I think that's phenomenal. Clays are also very, very promising when it comes to absorbing oil. They're commonly used, especially in masks, leave-on masks that you leave on for like 20-30 minutes. They help absorb excess oil. Bentonite is also another clay, and it works great for oily skin because it has a low moisture content, meaning that it absorbs a lot of oil. So you definitely want to look into bentonite. Now the moisturizer that I use, because like I said, I have oily combination skin, so I like this one by Simple. This is my very own personal moisturizer. It's see if I can open it. And as you can see, it's like a light lotion. Now, when I rub this into my skin, I've been using it for a couple days now. When I rub it into my skin, it's very smooth. I don't feel any cooling sensation, so that's a good thing, because that normally means it has something like menthol, alcohol, or witch hazel. I don't feel any of that. It's very smooth. It isn't greasy. If you can see my hands, there's no grease, like no greasy residue or oily residue left on my hand. And it soaks in very, very quickly. This is something that you want if you're looking for a moisturizer for oily skin. When it comes to using a clay mask, like I said, I like charcoal mask, like this one. I'm not sure if this one is still available. As you can see, it's it's dark black, and it absorbs excess oil. Now, like I said, when it comes to essential oils, stay away from these. They're great for aromatherapy, but they're not great for topical application. So that means don't apply them onto your skin. Even if they are diluted, don't apply them to your face. Essential oils are great for aromatherapy, not to be applied to skin. So steer clear of these. And like I said, also pick up some of these oil absorbing papers. They work. I use them whenever I need to use them, and they work for me. Now, a great routine for oily skin, because I think that's also important when you're trying to get really oily skin under control. It's important that you look at your routine, which should be cleansing, toning, exfoliating with a BHA. That's a beta hydroxy acid, and I love those because unlike an AHA or an alpha hydroxy acid, BHAs can penetrate inside of the pore and wipe out all of that excess oil and debris that's hiding inside of the pore. And AHA cannot do that. You want to use a facial moisturizer in the daytime that has an SPF of 30 or higher. Now, for someone with oily skin, make sure your SPF is oil-free, and it's kind of like a liquid lotion. That's what I recommend for those with oily skin and those with extra oily skin. It's not going to leave a residue on your skin. It's not going to be oily or heavy, and that's very important when it comes to oily skin and minimizing the oil. And of course, like we just talked about, at night you can apply a nighttime moisturizer like this, a gel moisturizer, a serum moisturizer that is oil-free, a toning moisturizer, anything of that sort. The key is not to use anything heavy on your skin if it's already oily. So no heavy creams, no heavy lotions, no heavy primers. Anything that's heavy, that's filled with butters like cocoa and shea, that's filled with heavy emollients, you want to steer clear. That's the only way you're going to minimize your oil. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope this has helped. I will list these products in the description. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe. I thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.